So, as you can see, you might be hearing Emma's intro theme song. You're wondering, what is this doing on my blog? Well, I guess there's a pretty good reason for that. Amazingly, it's not me jocking Emma's theme song. I'm actually watching the E3 coverage, and this is the song that shows as the intro for it. And I was very surprised, and well, I just thought I'd use it to see, well, how theme songs usually work. I don't have a theme song, just in case you wonder. I really don't. So I thought I'd just borrow hers and see what happens. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, E3 is basically a video game expo where entertainment companies come from all over the world to show their latest productions, consoles, or just game designs, basically. PC, Mac, and of course the more popular 360, PS3, and Wii, etc., etc. And I just spent yesterday just watching all of the interviews, or trying to at least. Mostly I paid attention to the Nintendo interview because, well, I'm really into Nintendo. I've always been for a really, really long time. And well, I watched a little bit of the 360, but it just didn't seem to grab my attention. And PS3, I don't even know what happened to that. I was waiting for it and it never showed up, so I never bothered. Basically, I just wanted to let you guys know what was coming out, or what they were announcing part of E3. Nintendo went and they announced a lot of the upcoming games that are coming out. That was basically their entire press conference. They also had the Wii Zapper, which, if I could find a picture, I'd probably show you. It basically has the Wii remote facing forward, and the nunchuck is in the back, so you're holding it and you're just getting ready to basically aim and shoot. I don't know how much it'll cost. I don't know when it'll come out. Who knows? But basically the one things that I do want to stress are the certain games that are coming out for the Wii. And I looked it up on Wikipedia really quick, and just to let you guys know, Super Mario Galaxy is coming out November 12th. Super Smash Bros. Brawl, finally they came up with the date. It's December 3rd. I know for a lot of you who were keeping track of it, they were saying the summer, which is now, but I guess they pushed it back, but just in time for Christmas. So there's another bonus. And there's this thing called Wii Fit, which was the main thing that they were really trying to push for some reason. Wii Fit is basically, it looks like a pad, a small pad, almost like a pillow-shaped pad that you stand on. And basically it checks your balance, and it also determines your weight, but it's body mass index. And if you guys don't know what body mass index is, basically everything is made out of mass. Mass and weight are two completely different things. Weight is how much the Earth's gravitational pulls on you, and since Earth's gravity never changes, then they just assume, well, that's the weight, like pounds. And then they have the metric system on the other side of the world, but basically mass never changes. Gold is a certain type of mass. What's made out of, that structure will never really change. It will always stay the same. If you break off a piece, then you reduce the mass, but the weight is always different. Let's say you have a car. It weighs 2 tons. You go on the moon. It weighs 5 pounds. Exactly. The weight changes, but the mass still stays the same. If you get hit by that thing, you're still gonna get crushed. The mass on it never changes. I hope that's a good point. Anyway, yeah. And Wii Fit also helps you just stay in shape. And I wish you guys could really check out the video, because it explains it a lot better than I am doing. I know it sounds really cheap, it sounds just unexciting, but it's really something. and I recommend that you guys check it out before buying it, so you guys get better information than I'm giving you. And I know the closer it gets, you probably see it advertised on TV. Just get all the information before you buy it, because I want you guys to be really well informed. And of course, the last one, which I kind of skipped over in the conference, because, well, I was getting a little bored after watching it for half an hour. You really get tired of hearing things. But they announced that there's going to be a Mario Kart Wii. Who knew? I assumed they were going to wait for the next console, whatever that was going to be. But the thing is that it's going to be released in 2008. Supposedly somewhere within the 3 months of 2008, so cross fingers. And yeah, I guess it's pretty much it. With Microsoft, all they really talked about or showed was Call of Duty 4 and Halo 3. And yeah, I'm reading straight from it because if you do watch the live stream of Microsoft at E3, they open up with a band playing, and it's interesting, it's unique, but I don't know, it just didn't really grab my attention or hit me the right way. And then I don't know, I just not really too much into Microsoft, sadly. But I guess Halo 3 was a big premiere, which is supposed to come out on September 25th, 2007. So there will be something. And I haven't seen any real trailers of it yet. I'm pretty sure everyone who's a Halo fan is racing out there just to check it out. If they show it on TV, I'll watch it. Again, I'm not a Halo fan, and I respect the people who are. I'm sure everyone, or people who are doing blogs and are really into 360, will definitely have something a lot better than what I'm talking about. They'll probably be able to show you and give you more in depth about the graphics and details and how it's being made and how much it'll probably cost, and they'll just probably build up the suspense to make it seem like it's a really great thing to get, which it probably is. But the one thing I did see them play was Rock Band, and that looked interesting on its own. It's like Guitar Hero, except instead of having a guitar solo person, they apply a couple other instruments. A microphone, a drum, and I think maybe another guitar. It looked like a electronic one, maybe bass, I don't know. But that seemed pretty interesting on its own. So, yeah. And then, well, with Sony, okay, I'm not into Sony at all, just to let you guys know. I am anti-Sony. There's just a lot of reasons that I'm anti-Sony. I don't have a PlayStation 2, I barely had the PlayStation 1, I never really got into it. When I was growing up, I was always into Nintendo. All their games were affordable, they were cheap. And then PlayStation, which usually back then, when you hear of a PlayStation, you actually think PlayStation. Like McDonald's has a playhouse, PlayStation, an actual station you can play at. That's what I was thinking. And back then, how much did Sony PlayStation cost when it first came out? $400? $300? And people were actually paying that much for it. I never got into it. And, well, of course, they came out with PlayStation 2 and everyone got that, and it just never caught my attention. And now with PlayStation 3 and their Blu-ray and everything's HD, it just didn't seem like it was catching on. Of course, you probably already know about the price cuts, the $100 drop. And that's basically to make way for the new release of the 80 gig PlayStation 3, which will now take the place of that higher price, which will be, what, $599.99, the same exact cost of an iPhone. Which one's better, I don't know. Although with iPhones, I heard that you can't send a picture message to someone. You have to email it. So I've heard good and bad things about them both. More bad about the PlayStation 3. And the only reason I'm comparing them is because of the price. Which would you rather have, an iPhone or a PlayStation 3? The only reason I would suggest getting a PlayStation 3 is because it has a Blu-ray player. Like an HD or a high definition Blu-ray. That's it. You have a 1080 progressive TV, some type of high definition TV, and you want to watch high definition movies, then there you go. Of course, if you want something a little cheaper, then I would say if you already have a 360, then go ahead and get the Xbox, because the Microsoft Xbox 360 has the external HDVD player, which doesn't cost too much. I think it's $299.99, and from what I hear, that one's actually a better player out of the HDVDs. So you have your pick. But now I'm just looking at the list again. From Sony, it seems that they were more or less keeping an eye on Gran Turismo 5, and also yeah, Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid 4, and I keep looking for Grand Theft Auto, but I don't see it. Anyway, there was one more thing I wanted to bring up about about Sony itself. I guess they had the PSP, PlayStation Portable, and now they're coming out with this new PSP Lite, if you want to call it that, which is going to be more compact. I'm trying to read it right now. It comes out with different colors, and of course they also. That's the one thing I don't like about all the systems. When they come out with multiple colors, you can't just call it a color. You have to compare it with something else. PSP, Piano Black, Icicle White. Ooh. You know, it's after a while you just get. I get tired of them, even with the DSs. You know, Onyx Black. I mean, come on. I don't even know what the white one was called. I forgot what the pink one was too, but it just gets annoying after a while, you know? I don't know. It just bugs me. Just call it the color. Don't try to come up with something interesting, something neat and slick, you know? Anyway, it just seems to me like they're jockeying the DS Lite. They're just copying that and trying to make it the same way. Better. You know, the graphics a little better, smaller, lighter, small little updates to make it load faster on the PSP. That's basically what it is and what it's all about. I did some homework, I read up on it. But again, they're putting the price back up, which is interesting because they just, how many months ago did they drop the PSP price down to $159.99? Or was it lower? Anyway, now this one is going to be, I believe, $199.99. It comes with a 1 gig memory stick. Again, it just seems like they're lowering it so they can bump something up on top, and then you have to buy that one instead. But I don't know. We'll see what happens in the end. So far, it looks like Blu-ray is winning the high definition war. But I went to I was gonna say Tower Records again. They're not there anymore. I went to Circuit City. And I looked, and I picked up Superman Returns. I looked both Blu-ray and HD DVD. I compared them, and it looks like HD DVD actually holds more special features. In fact, the audio on HD DVD, they have more choices for you. So there's like Dolby Digital Plus and a couple other choices. Well, Sony only has one choice. Now, I know DTS and Dolby Digital, you know, those probably you don't really care too much about. DTS is in theaters, Dolby Digital is usually on, I don't know, DVDs, and then sometimes they give you a choice of one or the other. The thing is that one is actually higher quality. And when you have multiple choices, it's better to have multiple choices than just sticking with one. And for Blu-ray to only have that one choice is a little odd. They can hold so much more information, almost twice as much, and yet they just have one audio on there. Well, HDVD, which can't hold as much, has larger variety, including the one that the Blu-ray has, and they're both in 1080. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think HDVD will win, or do you think Blu-ray will win? I know they have the players that are coming out already that supports both of them, but I know people still aren't going to take a chance. Are you going to really shell out $500 just to buy something that might not be the mainstream, but might go obsolete? I'm not talking about PlayStation 3. I'm talking about the Blu-ray player. Those are actually not even $500, maybe $800. Those are just the players by themselves that you hook up to the TV. And to think, maybe they'll go away, just like those big LCDs, those big laser discs, those golden records. Yeah, you know how much did those cost? And now look, they're gone. You can't find them anywhere. So that's my question. I guess. And for Blunty 3000, just in case he's watching, if you guys don't know who he is, I'll see if I can post a link. He's going to Comic-Con, and that's in San Diego. And I live in California, Los Angeles, which is somewhat close to San Diego. And here's the thing, I wasn't thinking about going to Comic-Con, which I think would be really cool and awesome, because I'm into comic books somewhat. But he's going, and he's going to be there Thursday and Friday. So I'm trying to figure out whether I should go or not. Usually I don't go to the conventions, I never do, so this would technically be my first time at Comic-Con if I do go. Blunty, if you're watching, I might see you there, and I'll let you know if I do go. So hopefully we can meet up and kick it for a while. But yeah. Anyway, so this is basically all I wanted to tell you guys about E3 and the Comic-Con convention, which I just tapped on a little bit. But it seemed like E3 kind of died, didn't it? Last year was a huge convention where people all over the world would travel just to go and play the video games, talk, and meet new people. Hey, you know, it was great. It was just really great and wonderful. And now, no one's there. It was like nothing. Some people said that this would be the last E3 because it wasn't that good, I guess. But I don't know. Not really sure what to think. And in case you want to reserve these games, I am sure you can probably go to GameStop if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'm turning into anti-GameStop right now. They're getting bigger and larger, and they're a corporate company, so nothing can stop them, but I'm really turning anti-GameStop. So if you're going to reserve a game, reserve it somewhere else. Maybe Toys R Us reserving Cable Toys. There's plenty of other game stores you can reserve at. Don't reserve at GameStop. Don't. And maybe in one of these blogs I'll explain to you the whole reason why not to. The whole reason why I don't like GameStop, and why I suggest people go to other places instead of GameStop. But that's for another blog. And look, no interruption. Amazing. Anyway, I guess that's gonna be it for now. I'm sorry I took such a long time to really make another blog. It's just, I did do other blogs, I did responses, and amazingly I don't really do responses too often, but I felt the need to. So, in the next blog, or a few blogs to come, I'll keep you updated on my life. And maybe a couple other things, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys take care. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask anything. So, take care, guys. Talk to you later.